Yesterday, I was teaching English. I was teaching English when I heard a knock on the door. I didn't stop my English class. The knock got louder. I looked at my student, and my student looked back at me. I said, "Sorry." I continued to teach. Next, I heard a key in the door. My door opened. I was scared. I didn't know what to do. I heard a thud. It sounded heavy. Next, I heard a person run. I said, "Sorry," again to my student. I said, "Please wait." I ran to the door. I saw a box. To Donna, the whistleblower. A whistleblower talks about bad things, corruption, bribery. I am not a whistleblower. I did not talk about bad things. I was shocked. Why did someone have a key to my house? Why do they think I am a whistleblower? I did not talk about bad things. I did not talk about corruption and bribery. I took the box into my living room. And now I'm talking to you. I don't know what to do. I'm not a whistleblower. Why do I have this box? What should I do? Okay, I called my friend. She said it's not a good idea to call the police again. They won't listen to you. You were angry with the police before. Now they don't like you. I'm not going to call the police. I'm going to open the box. My dictionary. The burglar stole this 2 weeks ago. A dice. A knife. I can't. Goodbye. Yesterday, I was busy teaching when I heard a knock on the door. I didn't want to leave my student, so I continued the class. The knocking got louder. I was sitting in class looking at my student, and the student was looking back at me. I said that I was sorry. I raised my voice to cover the sound of the knocking and continued teaching. Then I heard a key in the door and the door opened. I froze. I was shocked and I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to disrupt my class, but I was scared. I heard a big thud and something heavy dropped on the floor. Then I heard the door slam and someone running away. I couldn't continue with the class, so I apologized to the student and asked them to wait. I ran to the door and saw a big brown box labeled "To Donna, the whistleblower." I stared in shock and didn't know what to do. How had the person opened my door? I don't have a spare key. Also, I am not a whistleblower. I have never tried to speak out about bad things before, and have no reason to. I live a quiet life at home as an English teacher. You know that. So, taking a deep breath, I picked up the box and carried it into my living room. And here I am now talking to you. I don't know what to do. The person who sent this thinks I've done something, but the truth is I haven't. Maybe it's a joke. But if it's a joke, how did they have a key to my front door? And why did they knock first? What would you do next? Let me know in the comments. Okay, I'm back. I called my friend who said I shouldn't call the police again. She reminded me about what happened when I called them about the burglary a few weeks ago. She doesn't think the police will want to help me. So I'm going to open the box. My dictionary. This is the one that was stolen the other week. What's this? Dice. And a knife. What's going on? I can't do this anymore. I have to go. Bye for now. Yesterday, I was busy teaching my third student of the day when there was a knock on the door. I couldn't leave my student, so I tried to ignore the knock. The knocking started getting louder and louder. I was sat in my class looking at my student. Sorry, the camera. And they were looking right back at me. It was a little awkward. He said to them that I was really sorry about the knocking. I raised my voice to try to cover the sound and continued teaching. Shortly after, I heard a key rattling and heard my front door. I froze in shock, not knowing what to do and not wanting to disrupt my class, but terrified that someone had entered my house. There was a big thud as someone dropped something heavy on the floor near my front door, swiftly followed by the sound of the door slamming and footsteps retreating. Unable to continue with the class by this point, I apologized profusely to my student and said I'd be right back. I ran to the door and planted on the floor was a big brown box labeled "To Donna, the whistleblower." I stared in shock, not knowing what to do. I couldn't understand how the person had been able to open my door. I was always careful. I was always careful to lock the door, and I never left a spare key near the entrance. I did not know how they did it. And why were they sending me a box labeled "To the whistleblower"? I am not a grass. I have dealt with some very tricky people in the past who have done terrible things, but I would never rat someone out to the police. And I don't know anything big anyway. So I poked the edge of the box with my toe, not really sure if I was seeing things or if this was all a big joke. I picked it up and carried it through to my living room. And here I am now, talking to you, not really sure what to do. Whatever this person thinks I've done, I clearly haven't. I know that. I feel like it could be a joke, but then how did the person have a key to my front door? Why would they even knock? If you were me, what would you do next? Would you tell the police? Let me know in the comments. Okay, I'm back. I called my friend who told me it probably wasn't a good idea to involve the police again just a few weeks after the burglary. They already have my cards marked after I lost my rag with them and gave them attitude the last time. And they clearly think that I'm incompetent with home security, so I won't be going down that road again. Let's just open it and see. My dictionary. This is the one that was stolen the other week. What's this? Dice and a knife. What's going on? I can't do this anymore. I'm scared. I have to go. Bye for now. I'm not sure what you thought of my cliffhanger, but thank you for watching. If you have any contributions to make to the story, then contact me and let me know, and I'll work it into a future episode, hopefully. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate you watching. Thank you. Bye-bye.